So we've heard talk of emotional intelligence, but I strongly believe this is the wrong combination of words. It's not about emotional intelligence, but it's about the infinite range of subtle variations of emotion that you can master as an artist of life, that allows you to become more empathic or empathetic towards others, because just like there is not some limited subset of creative thoughts, there is certainly no limit to the quality and quantitative variation of emotions. So certainly no discernible limit. Therefore, it is impossible to judge another. It is impossible to say, oh, that feeling is invalid, or I can't relate to that emotion, therefore I think you must be off base or something. But the kind of subtle intuitions and hints at this multidimensional universe that I first experienced was in my youth, because I have enough acuity of mind to remember that I had a huge range of emotional freedom when I was younger. Everything gave me a unique emotion, like a robin versus a blue jay, like a spring afternoon climbing in a tree. That gave me a certain emotion. Like being bullied at school. Like, anyway, there's so many different emotions. There are not only a few emotions to be felt, because we are a, for lack of a better word, incubator of even new emotions that may give rise to new creations and new art forms and new aspirations for humanity as a whole. And this is a part of our cultivation or curation of cosmic awareness. So we shouldn't call it emotional intelligence, but rather emotional diversity. The diversity of emotions is just as important as the diversity of skin types and cultural milieu, because every human has the potential to astound you with their depth of forgiveness, with their depth of plurality of consciousness, their wisdom, their prayers. And though many common themes may be touched upon, we never know from moment to moment what kind of emotion may be motivating a person and how they may be acting as a shaman to you. For instance, I made a suggestion this morning on somebody's crossword puzzle, and they were like, "Don't interfere with my crosswording, that's my domain, I can't." You know, one of the things I didn't talk about as much as I should have today on the radio, I just got back from my radio broadcast, is why people get narrowed and compartmentalized in their cosmic awareness, why they forget about the infinite range of emotions and possibilities, why they lock themselves down or sequester themselves in darker places, is because there's not enough freedom in the larger society reflected back to us. So in other words, the mirror that we can hold to ourselves shows a much more colorful arena of life and being than the mirror that we hold out to the world. But the artist really has no problem with this, because it becomes the prerogative, if not the calling, of the artist to turn it all around, to make the soul within the mirror that the world sees. Not just you. You don't keep it to yourself. You flip that mirror around and go, look what I see in there. Okay, now, people who lose their way in the art of life are the ones who have a hard time believing that anyone will want to see what's in that mirror, and or are fearful about turning it around so that people will actually see the inner folds of yourself. Yet the only way for you to achieve liberation is to let people in. Sorry. It's the only way, is to let people in. You cannot create in a vacuum. You create so that you may tickle the vast subtlety of emotion that is the human condition. That is art in the largest sense, is because there's a mirror within that mirror that belongs to all people. There really is a place of essential awareness that humanity has. It's about freedom itself. It's about creativity. It's about authority and being able to say no. And I say no to mediocrity. I say no to people not feeling like they belong. I say no to the divisions artificially created in society. I say no to enforced scarcity. I say no to large things that are not normally considered part of the art universe. But to me, everything is art. The entire world system of finance, of agriculture, of technology dependence, of ecological stewardship, all of it is art to me. And if I do not apply my creativity in all these arenas, if I do not help the common man to raise him or herself up in the way that our ancestors would want them raised up, then my art is fruitless. Because why are we here if not to help one another? Why are we here if not to be extropian, which means the opposite of entropian? Instead of losing energy, we are here to gain. We are here to gain not for merely ourselves, but for all future generations. Aho. Watakiwasan.